Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hi everybody, good morning. Hello, Sushit, good morning. Alvarez, I know somebody with that last name. Good morning, nice to see you. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, AJ. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Rue. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Oracle. It's nice to see you all this morning. Welcome back. For those of you who are new, this is the Last Minute Laura morning show. We get together every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to hang out, to chat, to get our day started, and to sort of just have social interaction when real life social interaction is not available. So, hello. Glad you're here. Nice to see you. I hear you double. Awesome. Yeah, there were two mics on. Now I've got just this mic on, so that's better. Good morning, AJ. Laura, the best. I'm glad that you're glad to be here. Welcome. And exciting about starting a new business with teaching people to sew. That'll be fun. Sorry about the echoing, everybody. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Alex. Nice to see you as well. As you are all coming in this morning, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. And we're almost at 60,000 here. Did you guys know that? 60,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people. I don't know that many people. Do you know that many people? Looking like a real beauty. Oh, thank you. Your audio's a bit quiet. I don't know if it's your end or mine. It could be my end. It's this mic that's on. Let's see how the volume's at. Nope, it's at max volume. How about that? Is it just that I'm far away from it? One sec, hold on. Hello, 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 hello. I think this one is the best one for audio. Hello, hello. Yeah, this one looks louder. So this, hello. Okay, that's the second one. And that's the one that's actually meant for like podcasting. So this is the actual mic. Sorry if the volume is not great. I'll try and sit a little closer. Good morning. Nice to see you all. So if you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, then I hope you're subscribed because that would be nice. Yep, perfect now. Thank you. I'm glad. So I don't know where the peg for my thingamabob is to make this stand on the table, but I need to wind a ball of yarn today. This ball of yarn. Frida, you guys know Frida, she's in here in the mornings with us. She made this beautiful skein of yarn from her rabbits, and I've been holding on to it, not knowing what to do with it for quite some time. And I want to make something for my wedding with it because it's white. What a thing to lose. It's not gone, Sid. It's just in my mess. I know it's not been thrown out because it's like a piece to something, but yeah, it's not great. But I had taken it out because I wanted to have it like filed down or something because it was not gripping the table anymore. Oh, you've been unwell. I'm sorry, Karen. Well, I'm glad you're back. I hope you're feeling better. Did you guys see the title of the stream this morning? And the thumbnail? I got my second shot yesterday. Have you tried the egg recipes yet? Not yet, but I did figure out the recipe for the cherries, because I have a bunch of fresh cherries from my parents' farm, and I figured out a recipe for that. There we go. So no, I haven't done any egg recipes yet, but I did get my second dose, so I am now fully vaccinated. I know it's a contentious issue for some people. It shouldn't be. Go get vaccinated. But I was able to get my second dose early because my area is in a hot spot right now. So that's bad, but it's good because I got my second dose, which is great because now Alex and I are fully vaccinated. My parents are fully vaccinated. My sisters are fully vaccinated. I'm not sure if my brother's fully vaccinated yet. I don't know. I haven't asked him, but I'm sure that he is because he has to work. Good afternoon, Laura and everyone in the stream. Hey there, Lebo. Hey there, Dawn. Hey, Dina. Me too. Yay. Yes, but I wasn't supposed to get my second dose until September. I had an appointment in September, and then they were like, actually, never mind. Please just go get vaccinated. Anyone in our area. So that's exciting. In 2 weeks, I'll be able to hug my mom without a mask on. I don't know if I will because I'm still like hella anxious about killing people. But I can, apparently, hug my mom and dad in 2 weeks without a mask on, which would be very nice and something I have not done in a very long time. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to not holding my breath. Even in a mask, I was holding my breath when hugging my mom because I just don't like the feeling that her demise could be caused by me. That gives me a lot of anxiety. So I wasn't breathing while hugging because that makes sense. Okay, I need to figure out a way for this to sit here. Okay, you guys just need to bear with me while I hold this up with my legs. Hey, that works pretty well actually. How are you doing today, Laura, Alex, and Pets? I am doing really well today. It's supposed to rain, which we'll see if it actually does. Who's to say? I live in Ontario, which means the weather is unreliable. Or the weatherman is unreliable, I should say. Congrats, you good health. I felt the night I got my second dose, I felt relief. As soon as we, got it, I had been anxious all day yesterday. I had to take a nap to try and end a panic attack. And I woke up still in a panic attack. It was not a good day for the first part of the day. And Alex was like, it's okay, the vaccine's, it's fine. And I was like, I'm not scared of that. I have anxiety about nothing. I was working. I was doing work. Usually my anxiety is you're not productive, you're a loser. That's how my anxiety manifests. Or your whole family's gonna die tragically. That sort of intrusiveness. But yesterday, it was just panic for no reason. I'm not scared of needles. Obviously I don't like getting needles, but I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of the side effects or anything. But yesterday I had I was trying to fix it rather than give in to my panic attack. So I was having this low, I want to say a low grade panic attack because it was higher than anxiety, but I wasn't crying and screaming, crying and breathing heavy. You know what I mean? I was just I was just panicking. On the inside, I just felt panicked. And it was I was feeling, what's the right word? It's not just panic. There was another one. It's panic and dread. I had that dread feeling of something's happening that's very bad, somewhere that matters to me. And so I went outside. I did gardening to try and get my head out of it. I had been working, I was doing employment work, working, so I wasn't being unproductive, because sometimes that's where my brain attacks me, is when I'm not being productive. It'll be you're ruining your life, you know what I mean? No, I was working, and then I went outside and did gardening work. I took care of the chicken. I did all of my tasks I was supposed to, thinking if I get everything done that I'm supposed to get done, maybe my brain will calm down, and it didn't. And I was so flustered, my heart was beating really fast. So I said to Alex, can you just wake me up in an hour? I need to reset, because something's, I hate when that happens. Something's off, obviously. And he said, yeah, sure. And he woke me up a little while later, and I was okay. But even when we were driving to the, hello lurkers, yes, hello everybody, don't forget to like the video. You keeping up with your meds? Heck yeah, I am, Sid. I've taken my meds every day, except for sometimes when I forgot. But no, I've been keeping up with them lately. At least for the last 2 weeks, I think I've taken them every day. There was that day a couple of streams ago when I said I forgot them for the weekend. That was the last time I forgot them. And I'm not going to forget them this weekend because it's been not great having that anxiety feeling. I need to find a better spot for this thing that is also gonna not hit me in the face. Please bear with me while I experience these technical difficulties. Sorry, that was probably loud for you headphone people. Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to find a good position for this thing to sit so that I can do two things at once. There, okay. Maybe that's okay. I usually set an alarm so I remember to take my meds. Alarms don't work for me. If I set an alarm, I'll get into the habit of setting 12 alarms and they all mean something different, and eventually they're just noise. Getting my second dose in less than a month. That's awesome, Yan. I'm so happy for you. I'm very excited to be able to not freak out. Hello to you too. Hello, EPFS. Good morning. And Mary Grace, good morning. And what do you call the thing you hold your skein on? Hold on. It is oh shoot, it has a name. It's been a while since I've used it. A yarn swift. Thank you, Rebecca. I don't have a yarn swift. I need to buy one. I mean, I used it an awful lot at the beginning. And when you are dyeing yarn, a yarn swift is super useful. But if you're buying yarn from the store in like balls, a yarn swift is kind of unnecessary. It's only if you're buying it in skeins or like if you dye yarn. Read Jupiter retrograde article. Oh, read it. It's been kicking my butt, so I don't know. Maybe that's not helping you. I know it's not scientific, I know. Yeah, but I mean, again, we're built full of water. So the fact that planets move and move our oceans and tides, I wouldn't be surprised if the water movement of the planets somehow impacted us. So, may not be scientific, but I mean, in 200 years, it might be scientific, you know what I'm saying? My hubby is on the way to get his second vax. That is good. It is very good. I'm also excited to just be able to hang out near my grandpa without being worried. He's fully vaccinated, but he's also like 90, and he's not in optimum health, so it's like worrying about his health is something that is just in the back of my mind all the time. And all of my uncles and aunts are all like older, right? Like everybody who is an older figure in my family is old enough that they are at risk. Like all of the kids of the family are now 30, so all of the kids are fine and whatever, but all of the like parents and aunts and uncles are all in their 60s now, so it's like I'm happy that the majority of us are vaxxed now. It's one. Ooh, I hate when that happens. Do you see the ball of yarn on the floor behind me down here? I have been leaving it on the floor because Peekaboo loves it. Loves it. She plays with yarn like kittens do. Like she grabs it with her front feet and kicks it with her back feet. It's so cute. I just don't want someone to think I'm saying use astrology as medical advice, because that is so not what I'm saying. Okay, yes, good clarification, Sid. AJ, I love it. I want to make a little cotton slips for the fancy dresses I make for baby girls, donating preemie sizes for the little ones in the ICU to get baptized or buried preemies. Oh gosh. I mean, that's adorable, but also like heartbreaking. But maybe the adorable is better because you are like making the tiniest little difference in an awful, awful, awful situation for a family, you know? So, I mean, spreading the love. How's everybody else doing, by the way? What the heck? How's everybody else doing today? I am feeling, I'm going to say moderately anxious. I wouldn't call it like panicky anxious, but I am moderately anxious right now. Just generalized anxiety currently. I tied a knot in this yarn. I know that's not the right way, but I tied a really like gentle knot, so when I come to it, I can decide if I want to untie it and do a better job. Oh, do you guys want to hear some really exciting news about our rooster? So Alex and I behind the scenes have been discussing rehoming our rooster for a little while. Not for any reason that is his fault. It's because he is large, heavy, and he's damaging the feathers of our birds. Some of our birds are getting some bald shoulders or broken feathers on their back. He's very large and his spurs are very big. So roosters have spurs. They're these big bony sort of horns that start to grow out of their ankles when they hit rooster puberty. So they start crowing and then they start growing spurs. At about 2 years old, the spurs get a little bit out of hand and they're too big. They damage chickens. So I don't know how, I guess in like a rural world at 2 years you cull your rooster and eat him because he starts hurting your chickens. So we were looking at other options for him. Like, is there a way for us to have him live in a separate location maybe so that he can be okay? Maybe he can be my parents' chicken so that they just have one rooster. He makes all the noise and he's a happy boy. But I like him. I really like our rooster. His name is Baby. He's probably about 15, 20 pounds. He's a big rooster and he's beautiful, just stunning colors and very friendly. He's not afraid of people. He's not aggressive. He's never attacked any human, which is wonderful. He's never even done anything that made us feel like he might attack somebody. He's very gentle as a rooster. Problem, though, is that he's very big. So I was looking online at options, and I was seeing if there's anything that you can do to remove spurs, like to take them off of a rooster. I didn't know anything about what they're made of or what they're like, so I was thinking, is there somebody you can have, like, freeze it with liquid nitrogen and then just, like, break it off like a wart or something? And apparently, online, while I was reading, there were many homestead Pinterest blog posts about people removing their rooster's spurs just basically by twisting them off. And underneath, when I watched like several videos of it, underneath it's like a little finger is underneath there, but the spur itself is like a fingernail that's wrapped entirely around the finger, as opposed to having a fingernail just on the tip. It's a fingernail that wraps in like a cone shape, like a horn. It looks like a horn. Anyway, I found a video that showed how to remove a spur, and I felt competent. I felt like I could do it. So I gave baby a bath, first of all, so that his legs were fully clean. And then I soaked him in warm water for about 15 minutes, his feet, so that he would have his spurs, like fingernails, were softer. They're like a scale, a modified scale on their ankle. And then, there it is. And then I gripped it with some pliers, like the spurs like this. I gripped it with some pliers and twisted back and forth. And the spur came off. No blood, no emotion from the rooster. He just, like, he didn't make noise. I didn't even have to hold him, like, secure. I just held his leg while he stood in the tub, and I twisted it off. And he didn't bleed. I did use cornstarch, so I dipped his foot in cornstarch after the fact. First, I sprayed it with, what's it called? Bactine. I sprayed it with Bactine. That didn't seem to hurt either. He didn't brace for it or anything. So he didn't act like it stung. Like, I've had to deal with scaly leg mites on him a couple of months ago, and it stung when I treated them for him, so I know what he feels like when he has a stinging pain. Like, I know how he responds. He didn't respond at all. Like, he didn't feel it at all. So that was good. He didn't even pull, like, even when I was gripping it with the pliers, he didn't pull his leg away. So my rooster is amazing, basically. But I twisted off his spurs and then sat him in the tub for a few minutes just to make sure he wasn't going to be, like, bleeding everywhere. Dripped him into, sprayed him with Bactine, and then dipped him into cornstarch. Cornstarch helps absorb any fluids that leak out. You know, like if you get a cut but you don't quite bleed, but you still get a scab, like it leaks? It's like that. It's like open skin under a scab. So it's still tender looking, but it's not bleeding. Dipped him in cornstarch, let him sit inside for a few minutes just to make sure he wasn't going to, like, spew blood anywhere, and put it back outside. And now we have a rooster. There's still a finger there. So it's like this conical shaped bone horn that comes out of their foot. When you twist off the horn part, there's a little conical shaped digit, like a little finger. But now that little finger is like skin as opposed to being like bone. So he's not going to bother the ladies today, I'm sure, because his feet are probably sore. But we get to keep our rooster. He won't hurt them anymore. I mean, he's still heavy, and I know his claws are still big, but he keeps his claws short, and we're going to see if this helps. So I'm really hopeful that it's all going to kind of correct the issue, because I don't want to get rid of this rooster. I really like him. And he's like a really good pet. He's a good boy. He warns the girls if birds are around. He makes a lot of noise, which I like. And he's very good to the girls. Like, he lets them know if he finds food or anything. He's a good boy. So I'm really happy that we were able to figure that out. Alex was like, is it going to hurt him? And I was like, I don't think so. But if it does, I won't do it, right? Like, this is an option because it was supposed to be not a painful option. So yeah, I did it on my own in the bathroom in about 15 minutes. Alex was outside doing the garden stuff. And when I came out, he was like, oh, it didn't work? And I was like, no, it's done. It's finished. And he was like, that was quick and easy, and I didn't hear the rooster make any noise. And I'm like, that's because he didn't. He was perfectly fine. Would you like to see the spurs? There's no gore. There's no blood. It just looks like an animal horn, basically. But would you like to see them? And you're so good at being smart about bacteria. Well, I mean, like, he's a chicken, right? They literally walk through poo and mess all day. So yeah, and today, what I'll do again today, in the afternoon, I'll give him another 15-minute soak in the tub, just in case there's any crumminess on it, and then I'll do the same treatment, Bactine cornstarch. You can get blood stopper, like there's something called, like, I don't know, it makes your bleeding stop, but cornstarch works. It's not gonna cause any issues for him. My cat London always played with small balls of white yarn, white only. Well, Peekaboo will play with anything, but it's the way that she plays with it that's so cute. I know, but too many people are kind of dumb about disinfecting properly. Yeah, but I mean, like, I guess. I don't know, he's a chicken walking through chicken poop. He's got to be disinfected, or else that could be an issue. And I really like him, so I don't want him to feel any kind of way. I don't want it to hurt. I don't want him to look at me like, when I go to her, I feel pain, so I want it to be able to be a positive thing. Obviously, right now, he's not super trusting, but he doesn't even run away. Like this morning when I went to go inspect it, his brain didn't go, last time she picked me up, it was scary. He just behaved as though it had not happened. So that's awesome. Very happy about it. So this is the size of the ball of yarn I have. What do you think I can knit with this? Do you think I could knit a little shawl with this much yarn? It's 50 grams. Because I'm going to try. That's the reason I ask, is because that's what I'm about to start doing. I'm going to knit it the same way I did this purple one. Dawn, is awesome what you're doing with the clothes. Totally. Excellent. He didn't even care. Sid, it was excellent. I felt really good about it. And I was nervous. I didn't want to hurt him, obviously. But I do want to keep him, so I was willing to cause a little pain in order to have him stay. But it didn't seem to hurt. I mean, I'm sure it stings. I'm sure it didn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like, I did remove something from his body that he otherwise would not have removed, but he didn't freak out. So I feel good about the fact that it obviously didn't traumatize him. You know what I mean? So that's good. And it was significantly cheaper than having him, I don't even know, neutered. Didn't we discuss that wouldn't help, though? So maybe not worth it. Okay, so if I'm going to do some kind of shawl, how should I do it? That's the question. Oh, let me grab those spurs so you can see them. Also, I've already washed them, and they're dry so that I wouldn't have to worry about them being gross. They look kind of like a tooth. Ta-da. They're like hollow cones. And his little thumb was inside, but they're like hard, like a horn. Isn't that bizarre? Oops. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I'm definitely not getting rid of them. Because I'm like a weird person who keeps things that are dead or like dead things. But anyway, I now have Rooster spurs to add to my weird pile of witchy things. I'm hand sewing and I just realized, excuse me, I have such tiny stitches. No wonder it's taking me hours to finish on seams. I'm okay with it though, because they're nice and neat. Oh, that's lovely. Nice and neat hand sewn seams. So rare. I don't know what those are. Earrings. I don't know. Like, I thought of jewelry. Like, when I saw it, I was like, it looks like a shark's tooth. I should make a shark's tooth necklace out of it. And then my brain was like, all it takes is one compliment, you know? Of someone being like, nice earrings. And, you know, being like, oh, these are my Rooster spurs. You know? Just like getting ragged dry skin off old people's feet. Dawn, essentially, yeah, except for the people was a rooster and the old ragged skin was his spurs. But totally, it's similar idea. It didn't seem to hurt. I figured that's what you do with them. Add them to your collection of wild goodies. Well, right now it's gonna sit in the collection of wild goodies that I have. My feathers and bones. Eventually, when I become a full-blown witch at some point, which kind of honestly, like, if you look at, like, the way that my life is headed, I'm gonna be a cottage witch by the time I'm an old lady. So I might as well start collecting my herbs and spices and Toad's tongue and Eye of Newt now. I have Spur of Rooster to add to a jar. I should label little apothecary jars with all my weird things. Skull of Eagle. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Can you imagine, though? Oh, those are interesting. What are those earrings made from? Oh, I pulled the spurs off my rooster so that I didn't have to eat him, and waste not, want not. Here's my earrings. Yan says, I'm working on my first big crochet project. I'm really happy about it. I'm more of a knitter usually. I'm more of a crocheter usually, Yan, and I'm working on a knitting project. And right now, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's gonna be good. You ever get that feeling? I don't know what I'm doing, but it's gonna be good. I hope so anyway. How wide should I make it? Being a cottage witch is the best life project ever. I think so. I think that's a good life goal. You know, like how artists have like, this is the art I worked on my whole life. I think my cottage witch life is the thing I'll work on my whole life. And then I'll be an old lady and my grandkids will be scared to come to my house because grandma's house has so many weird things in it. And then when they're teenagers, they'll be like down to come to the house because they'll be like, her house has so many weird things in it. That woman is crazy. I'll be the crazy old grandma with like weird things. I'll be like the haunted grandma at the beginning of movies, the one that tells the kid that they have witch powers, you know? I'll just be an old cottage witch. Just the nice kind. Sid, I have been doing a lot of video watching about kitchen witchery, kitchen witchcraft. I like it better calling it kitchen witchery because it sounds more like a chef as opposed to kitchen witchcraft, which sounds like spells. But kitchen witchery, I've been watching a lot of that kind of content, and I kind of realized that a lot of the way that I prepare food anyway behaves that way. Like, I do put a lot of intention into the handmade things I make. I'm not just making stuff, you know? So I guess I've been quietly casting spells on all of my handmade jams without really intending to. I want to be the witch on our hill. Like, don't screw with her because she's a witch. But also, all the people know I'm helpful, right? Don't screw with her, but if you have an upset tummy, she'll probably have an herb for you. Glad you're enjoying it. I really am. I'm finding a lot of the things that I already do are involved in that style. Like, it's kind of like more awareness about how you're already doing things. It doesn't really seem like you're not like, I don't know. It's like how people are into manifesting. I feel like kitchen witchery is like positive manifesting while preparing things, you know? I feel like a lot of millennials lean that way. Yeah, I imagine. I usually start shawls with 3 stitches, increase with yarn over on either side of the center stitch, and knit, what's KFB? A stitch from the end every other row. You would start with 3 and get bigger as you go? You say usually, which makes me feel that you know what you're doing, so I'm gonna do that, because usually means you've done it more than once. You pour extra love into the making of the foods. That's extra focus on loving is considered a blessing. Exactly. That's like, and I feel like you just eat, like, as long, if you're aware of it, now it's kitchen witchery, you know what I mean? If you're not aware of it, you're just a thoughtful person. If you're aware of it, it's kitchen witchery. Okay, we're gonna start with 3 stitches, like Laura said. I'm leaving a long tail. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? So you're reworking 2 stitches into 1 stitch. Okay. You are a blessing to all you touch. Karen, that's very sweet to say. Make me feel nice about myself. Okay, let's start with 3 stitches. I'm making the tail a little shorter. My aunt once told her stepson, don't lie to me, I will know because I'm half a witch, and the kid started crying and hugged her like, please don't be a witch. Please don't be a witch. Yeah, I'll probably say something like that to my kids. Okay, short tail. Really? Okay, just in case, right? Just in case, because if we end up not having enough yarn, it'll be like a rage-inducing to have a little extra tail. Okay, hold on, let me just start my thing here. I'm so like nervous because I don't want to have to pull this out because it's Frida's bunny yarn, and I don't feel like it would behave well, like when unpicked, you know? Okay, so I have 3. I pray with everything I crochet or think of blessings for the recipient, all good things. That's a lovely way to go about it, Dawn, because then also you won't hate them while you're making something difficult. You ever do that where you're like, why did I say yes? Okay, so I knit the first 3 stitches, right? For the first row. Let me read what you wrote. Okay. Where is it? I have to find it. 3 stitches and increase with a yarn over on either side of the center stitch and knit front to back a stitch from the end every other row. I don't know what that means. Okay, oh my god, that's gonna make a lovely shawl. I think it will. Okay, so 3 stitches. I did my first row with 3 stitches. Now what's the next step? Bagaday bought a Samoyedi dog yarn. Oh, weird. That's cool. Hi, Louisa. Not been well, hun, but thanks for asking. Hope you're okay. Oh, hi, Louisa. Good morning. Did I say good morning already to you? And Karen, I hope you're feeling better today. Knitters, what do I do after my first row of 3? I did 3 stitches, and now I switched hands with my yarn. What do you mean knit front to back? What does that mean? I don't speak knit. I don't speak knitting. I can do knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over. Okay, for row 2, I'll knit 1. I can do that. Yarn over. I can do that. Okay, so that's adding more stitches, I can see. Okay, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. So I've just added a bunch of stitches in there. Now I have 5 on my row. Yes? And now I'm going to do a regular row where I just knit those 5 stitches. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. Does anyone else feel that way? Just kidding, I know you do. I know you feel that way because we all don't know what we're doing. And the older I get, the more I realize that nobody knows what they're doing and this is all just a scam. Pretending grown-ups know what's up. Grown-ups don't know what's up. And voila, Laura is learning to lace knit. Is that what I'm doing? Okay, I just did a row of regular knit, and now what? Oh my god, I wish we could do an IRL knitting crochet circle. Yeah, same, because then I could be like, is this right? Okay, I finished my 5 stitches, and now I'm on a new row. So I do knit 1, do I do knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, or is it just knit 1, yarn over at the ends you were saying before, right? So now I'll do knit 1, and then when I'm 1 away from the end, I'll do a yarn over. Does that sound like I'm understanding what's going on now? Just knit. No, I'm on a increase row. Every other row, she said add stitches, no? A lace knit? What are you saying? Are you trying to tell me that I'm actually a knitter? This is all very exciting, you guys. Very exciting indeed. If this doesn't work though, I'm gonna cry. So please be advised. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Knit 1, knit front to back, knit to center stitch, yarn over, knit. Oh god. Okay, I hold on. That's a lot of words that I don't understand. I need a minute here. Okay, I went back to my previous row. Hold on. Okay, knit 1, knit front to back. What does that mean, knit front to back? No crying in knitter crochet. Okay, Dawn. Starting now. Knitting has made me cry so many times. Knit 1, knit front to back. Isn't knit front... What does that mean though? Or you can add another yarn over after your first knit stitch. That's what I did. You want to just add 1 stitch at each end. Yeah, so an extra yarn over at each end. It helps to have stitch markers on either side of the center stitch. Am I supposed to yarn over for the center stitch too? I thought I was yarn overing at the either end. Why does the center stitch matter? Or does that also need to be increased? Because I did, for my second row, I did knit 1, yarn over, so I added a loop, and then knit into the next stitches all the way until there was 1 stitch left on the other one, and then I did a yarn over and then knit that last stitch. Yeah, you add 4 stitches per increased row. Okay, not 2. I only added 2. If I only add 2, what's the problem? The shape will change, Laura. That's the problem. Okay, so let me go back then to the middle here. Oh god, this is like genuinely my terror. Pulling out, oh god, pulling out the previously worked row is my nightmare. This is what my nightmare looks like. Okay, so there I did a yarn over there. There's 2 left on this, which means I would be holding it in this hand. Oh god, this is, I feel traumatized. The angle will be off. Okay, I'm ready. There's 2 left on the hook, which means there's 4 left, which means I need to pull 1 more off because I need to do a yarn over for the middle stitch. Okay, I'm gonna add stitch markers because I think that since I have them, I should have using them. I'm vaccinated. Yay, Frida, that's awesome. Me too. Fun fact. Okay, 4 increases per row. I can remember that. Woot, Frida! You might end up having to restart a couple times till you get it. Don't beat yourself up if that's the case. My first lace project was interesting to start. I didn't know what I was doing was lace, so now I feel like an expert. Frida, I'm knitting lace with lace weight yarn with your bunny rabbit yarn. Just so you know, I am a knitter. I can't even look up at the screen because I'm tiny yarn, big needles, kind of difficult. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. I need your pride right now because this is stressful and a little scary. Oh, also, I designed the wedding dress of my dreams. And I think I am going to use the top portion of the bodice and possibly the bottom of that dress, but not the whole bottom. But I figured out, I got my sister's help, and I figured out a design that uses all of the best parts of that. Ooh, that's pretty. That's gonna be really pretty. Okay, now I need a stitch marker. From Nikki, thank you, Nikki. Laura, Missy is explaining knit 1 front to back. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Missy. Knit front to back. Knit, but leave the stitch on the needle. Okay, hold on. Leave it on the same needle. What if I didn't do that? Is it okay that I just did that yarn over thing? What am I, if I do that, am I doing something wrong? Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then there's the middle. I just put that in my mouth. Just pretend I didn't, because, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the 5th. Okay. Stitch has been marked. Hold the stitch with your thumb. Okay. Let me see. Put the needle in the stitch in the other direction and knit, then pull the working stitch off. What will that do? Why, like, is it okay if I don't do that? You basically want to knit the same stitch twice. Yes, okay, I understand. But if I've been doing just adding 1 each row, what is it going to lack? That's what I'm not understanding. Am I going to have a lacking shawl by not doing the knit front to back thing? If I just do, like, at the end of the rows, I'm doing a knit 1, right? And then I'm gonna yarn over, which is gonna increase my stitches. And then I'm gonna knit again, knit again, knit again. And now I'm at my center stitch, so I'm gonna yarn over, which is gonna increase. Then I'm gonna do my center, knit again. Then I'm gonna yarn over to increase. Then I'm gonna knit until I'm almost at the end, until I'm at the second last stitch. And then I'm gonna yarn over again, and then I'm gonna knit the last stitch. How about that? You can do an M1 if you'd rather. What's an M1? You have to use terminology being fully aware that I have no idea what I'm doing. That's all. Now I'm gonna knit across. Versus a solace edge. Oh, is that gonna make the edge prettier? Do you think it'll matter? You'll want your stitch markers on your needles so you don't have to move it every row. You put the stitch marker on your needles? I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. At all, like in life, but also like in knitting. You put the stitch marker on the needle. I've not used stitch markers in knitting. M1 makes one. Make one. It's trickier. You could do an M1 if you'd rather. Make one. It will lean in different directions, so you want one side and so you want one on one side and one on the other. Doing a yarn over at the ends will add a lace edge. Ooh. Like for the last stitch if I do a yarn over? Man, how do you guys learn all this stuff? Obviously by being interested in learning, I understand, I'm just saying. If the edge doesn't have a yarn over, am I gonna be okay? Is this gonna turn out pretty still? The way I'm doing it right now, if I don't change anything, is this gonna turn into a nice shawl? Guys, that's what I need to know. I like the yarn over instead of the knit front to back. You get the lacy edges. It's okay, use what you have if you don't have any large circle style markers. Oh, I don't. I have the kind for crochet that are little necklace clasps that you clasp on. But you put them on your needles. Huh, interesting. Yarn over is nice. But I didn't. I've just done, the last stitch is a knit stitch. You're saying what I should do is after this knit stitch, I should do another yarn over and then switch hands? Yes, yarn over after the first stitch and before the last. Thank you, that's what I wanted. Thank you. You need 4 stitches every other row, otherwise the shape will be funny. Well, I'm doing 4 stitches every other row. I'm just not doing any of the other stuff you guys said. I'm doing an increase at either end and an increase on either end of the middle stitch. That's what I'm doing. Because that's what you started with, so that's how we're doing it now, because I can only handle so many instructions at a time, you guys, and that was it. I'm learning a new thing. I have to learn it basically, not excessively. Let's see. We've got 4 on there, which means that's 3. Okay, so I do 3 more and then I'll do an increase. Man, I'm just a knitter, you guys. Welcome to the knitting show. This is the Last Minute Laura knitting podcast now. Oh, I already didn't count how many. You've got it figured out, Laura. You're just doing a different increase than Missy was saying she likes. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, because there's a yarn over in there, which means I have 1 more stitch to do. I can do this. I can do this. So, we're supposed to get a thunderstorm, 50% chance of thunderstorms. 50% chance of thunderstorms now for the next 5 days, which means nothing, because in Ontario, the weather is unreliable completely, so we probably won't get any rain, but it's cloudy today, so that's fun. Thank you for your help, lacy knitting friends, because I don't know what I'm doing and I have to make a shawl for my wedding. So yeah, do you think 50 grams will work for a shawl, or do you think I'll need something to finish it off with? Maybe something around the edging or something. Oh, it's already fluffy. Do you see the halo around it? I'm excited. You should get used to identifying the yarn over stitches as you work and be able to read your knitting to know where you're at. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for, Sid. I can see how they look when I'm on my, just knit across row, but the following row I can't see. You could make a stitch marker with a little loop of yarn with a knot. Okay. Well, I think right now I'm okay. I think maybe when I get to a bit of a bigger, when it's harder to tell where the middle is, but right now I only have a few stitches. Takes practice. You're already doing so well. Thank you. Geez, Mom, appreciate your support. Make me feel nice. So it's really hard in Angora since it's so fluffy. Well, I'm an expert. That's why it's so easy right now. I have to use sarcasm and jokes so that I don't get stressed about what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Angora, though, it's going to be a beautiful warm shawl. You are clever, Laura. I could never do that. Well, thank you, Karen. I am only clever at the things I'm interested in. If I'm not interested, my brain does not hear it. It just doesn't compute. So, since I'm interested in learning it, it's fun. The minute I'm no longer interested in learning it, though, it takes all the fun away from it. Like, if for some reason I stopped being interested in knitting, it would be very not easy. Look, I've got a triangle going, you guys. Look at my wedding shawl is on the go. Is it right? Does it look like I made a mistake in the middle somewhere? That seems extra gappy, doesn't it? Oh, it's because there's a stitch marker pulling the yarn out down. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, yarn. I hope that will renegotiate itself. Oh, it literally is making it have holes in it, aka lace make. Got it. It would have added laciness to the edge. Wow, that's not correct now. It's just too much yarn. Will that be fixable? What I've done here? Is that a problem? Did I make a mistake? Do I have to undo it, or can I just live my life and keep going? What do we think? That hole. When I block this, will it solve itself? I could never follow everyone else's instructions. I don't know what I'm doing. Lace knits are extra gappy. You'll want to block it when it's done to get the lace to stand out nicely. Thank you. I need you guys. Clearly, I think it's okay. Thank you. Well, I didn't miss any stitches, right? So it should be able to be pulled into shape. Okay. It's that heavy stitch marker that was a problem. Just a yarn over to increase? What fun is that? That's so easy. Just because your needles are big. Right. Okay, what's the middle stitch here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 8. That one. The fat one is the middle stitch, okay? When you get to the fat one, that's when we do the increase. I got it. Anywho, so we're supposed to get rain. It doesn't look like you dropped a stitch. No, I didn't. So it's just stretched wrong, which is fine. We can handle that. Anyway, yeah, it's supposed to rain today, which means I've got mostly inside jobs. I'm not filming a vlog today. I postponed it. I was going to film yesterday, but then I wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready. So I'm going to film tomorrow for the vlog because it's going to be a good day to do some baking. And I did the boob ultrasound. I'm fine. Lumpy, but fine. Good. Lumpy is fine as long as the lumps are fine, right? I'm glad you're fine, Frida. But yeah, I have a cherry recipe to do. I've already written the recipe. We're going to do cherry chocolate upside down cake, which is going to be really tasty, but also really easy, which is, you know, kind of my vibe. Tasty and easy. We're also going to add extra eggs to the recipe to see if that does anything. I've already made the recipe, and I've already made the bullet journal spread for patrons. So if you want to see how I'm going to make chocolate cherry upside down cake, join my Patreon and you'll get that recipe with a pretty bullet journal spread to go with it. My shawl has yarn overs, knit two together, and a slips knits. Nope, that's too many words that I don't know already. Someday, Rebecca. Someday maybe I'll understand all of those fun things. But for today, I understand the knit stitch. I don't even like doing purl stitches, so. Dawn, I posted the way to figure out how many yards or meters with a food scale. It's on the live stream. That's awesome. That's great. With the weight, that's convenient. If you know the weight of the lace weight, whatever, if you know that, then you can just measure the weight and know the length. I've seen someone do it by wrapping yarn around a pencil, and it's like you wrap it around 10 times and you measure how long that is, and that way you can like math out the thing. I'm gonna send you my shawl pattern, Laura, and anyone else who wants it, you can work up to it. Oh gosh, Frida, thank you. It would be a work up to though, for sure, because I have to somehow finish this shawl by the time we have our wedding happen. Oh, our invitations came in the mail! And the printer made a slight error on a few of them. Well, not an error, but there was an ink issue on like 9 of our invitations. So I contacted the printer And they sent me 10 new invitations with 10 new envelopes. I didn't need the envelopes, but they are sending 10 new ones. So I have, my invitations have arrived, finally. I know our wedding is in like 2 months, not even. What is it now? Is it July yet? It's almost 2 months away, which is a little stressful because I haven't actually like done a lot of the planning yet. But it's good because our invitations came. So now I can invite people, which is, you know, kind of important for a wedding. And now that I'm fully vaccinated, I have a lot less stress because I was worried that other people were going to be fully vaccinated, but my second appointment wasn't until September. So I thought I was not going to be vaccinated for my wedding, which was problematic for me. 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. I feel like I need to do the stitch marking thing, but I don't really understand how I'm supposed to do it. I'm gonna get to the middle stitch and then maybe you guys can help me again. It's a crescent-shaped shawl that uses every last bit of yarn, and you can use any yarn. Great for hand-dyed or hand-spun. Cool. I like that. So excited. Me too. I'm excited too. I'm like nervous because I still have to find an officiant. I still have to find, Alex and I still have to find a caterer, an officiant, and we have to figure out our alcohol. Are we going to hire a bartender, or are we going to have like an open bar with like decanted alcohol? We haven't decided yet. It's in our backyard. Like, it's not a huge party. It's going to be like maybe 30 people. Maybe, and most likely the party portion will only have like 15 people because most of it's like older people. Oh, it goes on, not on your knitting at all. Now I understand. Okay. It literally just stays on the needle. Okay, I think I understand that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 7, because this one has a yarn over on it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 3 more. And then I do the middle. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. This one. 3 more stitches. Are you gonna have more rings? Frida, yes. And also, do you do any work in gold? Because Alex and I were, honestly, we were looking online at like big box stores near us that we've shopped at before for jewelry. And like, hold on. Then I do this. Where does the stitch marker go? Like, when do you put the stitch marker in? Like, at what point? When I'm on the stitch, like I just stuck my needle into the stitch that is the middle stitch. And now I'm going to do a yarn over, pull through. But before I do that, do I put the stitch marker on? Anyway, Frida, yes, we want to. Looking online, they didn't have, it rests between the stitches and you just slide it from the left needle to the right. It rests between stitches. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so I'm going to put it right after the middle stitch. Stitch markers go between the center knit one and the yarn over. The center knit one and the yarn over. Okay, good. Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. I use ring markers and slip them. I don't have ring markers. I just have like crochet stitch markers, which are like clasps, like lobster clasps. So they were pulling on this. It wasn't working. There, I've got a stitch marker on now though. I absolutely do gold, but I don't have any gold on hand, so you'd have to pay in advance. Yes, I understand that because gold is expensive, but we were just looking online for like basic shiny gold rings, like just basic yellow gold, the kind that you like when you think of a gold wedding band. We were thinking of just a gold wedding band, and we were looking online, and we couldn't find any women ones that weren't on Etsy. Like we looked online where Alex, he has a store he likes to get his stuff at, and we were looking there and they didn't have women's ones. They had a men's basic gold band, but for some reason they didn't have a women's basic gold band. Hey there, AJ. Other AJ, I guess, because we have Amaris Joseph and I call Amaris AJ. Make little yarn loops. I did. Little yarn loop is on there. Anywho, yeah, Frida, I'll contact you privately so we can discuss like prices and stuff because I have no idea, and I don't like we have our budget for our rings, but I don't even know. I don't know what things cost for artists. I know what like a gold ring costs at the big box store, but I'm sure it's a different price when you're getting it from like a jewelry artist. So I would like to talk to you about it definitely because I can't find a women's simple gold band. Helpful knitting things in the Discord. Okay, let's have a look in the Discord. I haven't clicked on that yet this morning. Thank you, Sid. Let's see. Oh, thank you. You're a nice person, Sid. Okay, live stream discussions. Do I have enough yarn? Sid. Ooh, that's pretty. Imagine knitting such a pretty, perfect little square. Maybe someday. Not to take business away from myself, but they should be able to just size it down. No, they didn't have, the men's ones are way too wide. So it's not about, like, I'm looking for, like, narrow, like a little ladies band. They didn't have ladies bands, they only had men's bands, and the men's bands were, like, a centimeter wide, and that's way too big for me. Like, I just want some basic little gold. And Alex keeps, like, he did my engagement ring in 18 karat gold, and when I saw it, I was like, that's really nice. I'm a spaz. This is gonna get damaged. And it has gotten damaged because I'm rough to my belongings. Okay, so there's that, which means we have to do a yarn over, and then we knit one. Sorry, 1 second. Wait, so then how do I keep the stitch marker? It's not in the right spot if I do that for the next row. Okay, so the stitch marker, I'm gonna do a yarn over, knit my middle stitch, then I'm gonna put the yarn marker back on because I don't know what I'm doing. There. Anyway, yeah, so hold on, Laura. Whoa, Nelly, what happened here? It's supposed to be like this. Never look away from what you're doing. Gosh darn it. Okay, there. I did a yarn over, right? Now I'm confused. Sorry, 1 sec. Jade wedding ring band. No, I just want gold. Basic, old-fashioned gold. Just the way that my mom and dad's ones look. The, like, comfortable fit. Nothing too fancy. Something for every day, you know? I don't know how to tell what I've been doing here. Like, I can't read my knitting. I will type out a full pattern rundown for you. Don't panic. Thank you. Appreciate. Still panic, but... Okay, is that the middle stitch? Now I have to just count. 1 sec. 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There should be 2 increases there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I have to undo this row. If you miss a yarn over, you can just pick up a bar at the next row. You use words like as if I know what I'm doing. I appreciate your belief in me, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's helpful that you believe in me. That's pretty much because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and then we'll pull that. Good. And then we'll pull that, which is, I think, just a yarn over. And then we'll pull that, which is not just a yarn over. Okay. Half round. Yeah, so I want it comfortable, basically. You need 2 stitch markers, 1 on either side. Yes, you're right about that. So those are done. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 10 and 10. I have 4 stitches, which means there's 9, so then there's 3 stitches, so that's my middle. Okay. I figured it out. Hold on, just give me a sec. Just give me a sec to sort out my life here. So I'm on the middle stitch now, right? 10, which means I have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. And then there's an increase, which is why there's a 10th. But now I have an even number of stitches, which is incorrect. Okay, give me a sec here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Good. Now there's 3 stitches left, which is bad because this has an increase at one end, doesn't it? Or am I on a knit only row? Now I don't remember. How can I tell if it's an increase row or a knit row? I don't know. I will type out good. Gold and silver is easily polished and freshened up. Any jeweler does that pretty cheap. But it's like dented, Frida. Like I've dented it. But yeah, still, I don't want 18 karat. This is my point. I want 14. Because I think that it's gonna be less easy to break. Pattern in Discord. Okay, let me have a look. Sorry about my not usefulness right now. My sister. Okay, let me see. Cast on 3 stitches. Okay, good. Yeah, and all even rows. Knit 1, yarn over, knit 1 to marker, slip marker, knit 1, slip marker, knit to knit to marker. Isn't it knit to marker, yarn over, slip marker, knit 1, slip marker, yarn over, knit to last stitch? Because I need to yarn over near the middle, don't I? But I don't know what row I'm on. Okay, let's see. Row 1 is knit. Row 2 is increase. Okay, so if that's row 1, right? Hey, Alex. Alex? Babichka? Would you mind turning on tea? Thank you. If you increase at the end of every row, you get an increase on each side and it will be even. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Yep, I fixed it now. Thank you very much. I took the marker off, which was stupid. So I just have to count my stitches to understand what I did wrong. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something very terrifying for myself, and I'm gonna undo a row. For me, that is a lot of scariness. Actually, when I said, can you make tea, I meant, can you make hot water? Because I actually want to make tea from my nasturtium blossoms to see if it's spicy. Okay. I have figured it out how to put this back on my needles. I am an expert. I am a goddess. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, the first stitch can stay on because that's for sure correct. Now I can pull my yarn. Good, good. All right, we're good. Uh-oh, that was a yarn over. Oh, right, because I did a yarn over at the end of the row. Okay, dented rings, no problem. We just bonk that right out. We've already started one way. Okay, so now I'm on my first, I did my first stitch. Now I yarn over. Should I put a stitch marker? No, I don't have to put stitch markers on the end because that's fine. Now I'm gonna knit to the center, which is how many stitches in. We should figure that out. So there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10. But nope, now I still have the wrong number of stitches. Oh, I yarned over the last stitch of the last row. Did I yarn over here in the middle? No, so I have to pull out another row. You are so brave to do this live. I mean, I'm about to start over, so how brave am I really? I'm at least about to pull out a row. Do you guys know how to do it? And am I doing it right now by pulling it out, by pulling it all off the needles? Because if you're screaming at the screen right now, apologies. I did a yarn over wrong. You make me want to knit. You made me want to knit, so back at ya. I'm gonna mark the center here though on this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And then if we hold on, 11. Don't fall over. 11. Good. Don't you guys pull. That feeling when you're mildly panicking. Okay, 11. So then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, good. 11 was the middle stitch. So I take that off. I put on my little loop-de-loop. And then I put it on. And then I put on another loop-de-loop. Oh God, don't fall. Don't fall, needle. My needle is hanging off. I'd start over. Well, no. Crojo is coming back for me. I feel like I'm having knitting mojo. Putting yourself out there. I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stitch marker. 11. Stitch marker. And then all the other stitch markers. Bada bing, bada boom. Or all the other stitches, I should say. Bada bing, bada boom, no problem. Expert knitter who? Okay, and then this stitch is one too many. Lovely. Success! Back knitting is easier and less apt to drop stitches, yet another skill to learn. This is why crocheters usually get too impatient to learn to knit. Camera quality, mic, background, dress, makeup, hairstyle, everything is better now. Thanks, Saeem. Alex got me a new mic for some event. I think it was for our anniversary. Yeah, for our 10-year anniversary, my soon-to-be husband got me a new mic. And then for something for him, he got a new camera, and then now I have a new camera. Because that's how it works, right? Yarn over. All right, now I got this. With the stitch markers as they are, I think I'm good now. I think I can make this shawl now. Won't really know until we get a little farther, but you know. I'm glad the audio quality is better though, because I like good quality audio, because then you don't have to be watching. Like, I'd rather have good quality audio than a good quality picture. Bad quality audio. Oh, it's the Angora fluffies. They're like on my face. I can feel them, and I can't have things touching my face. Hashtag relatable. Things touching my face makes me freak out. Angora's tricky to pull out. I'd start over. No. Putting yourself out there, that's me. You'll want to find a rigid material to use as your markers. I freaking love your rainbow mic. Isn't it fun? I know, I love that it changes gradually. It's not like offensively rainbow. Not that there's such thing, but you know what I mean. It's not like aggressive. It's like calm and gentle. I like it. It's good vibes. Gives me good vibes anyway. Okay, so now we're at the center stitch, which means we're gonna do a yarn over. Take that stitch marker, knit. Take that stitch marker, yarn over, knit. Bada bing. Ivor Spirit is helping you, that's for sure. Thank you, Ivor. I used to love that name, Ivor, for like a human. There was a band or a singer? I feel like I called him a band, but I think now it's a singer. Bon Iver was what it was called. And I wanted to name one of my kids Ivor. I also wanted to name one of my kids Ezra because of Better Than Ezra, the band. It was like Ezra and Ivor. I was like, beautiful names, Ezra and Ivor. I don't think I'll name my kids Ezra or Ivor. I like the name Ezra, but I find that it's a lot of people who are more heavily into like Christianity and organized religion who have kids named Ezra. And like, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with anybody who's religious, but I'm not, so I don't know if it would translate properly. You know, I don't know. Does that make me sound stupid? I hope not. I hope that makes sense. The way that I said it doesn't sound bigoted. It's not that I don't want to come off as Christian. It's just that I don't want to come off as like hella Christian. You know? But the name Ezra is so pretty. Rebecca, good husband. My hubby brought me a breakfast sandwich. Oh, very good husband. Ivor is an old man's name here now. Is it? It's a cute name. I like it. Ivor. I think it sounds nice. I can hear Thunder snoring. Can you hear him snoring? He's like full on snoring behind me. Does anyone else cook for their dog? Alex and I used to cook for Thunder. We made a batch of food every Sunday and we would freeze up the portions. That was when Thunder was like really overweight and the vet was like, he should be on a weight loss food. And I was like, I don't want to buy expensive food. Do you have any other recommendations? And she was like, I mean, it's a little extra, but you could like cook for him. And I was like, oh, I'd way rather cook for him. Yeah, that's what happened is we cooked for him based on vet recipes that are from this like Hillary's animal cookbook. And it has like all of the micronutrients or macronutrients they need, and you get this like vitamin powder that covers all the bases that the vet sells, and you get this recipe book, and yeah, totally, we did. It was really good. Thunder's fur was way shinier back then. I just haven't done it, but I am willing to. If there was any need to, I would be willing to again. I just haven't been. I'm trying to keep weight on her so she gets an egg with her dog food and rice and veggies with her dinner. Oh, baby. That's so sweet. 5 more rows of my shawl before I bind off. That's exciting. I like in industry. I like in industry. Huh? I don't know. We do when he has an upset tummy. Oh yes, of course. Well, if we have a good meaty dinner, Thunder can have some either gravy or a little piece of the meat in his food. Usually I'll put a little bit of whatever the drippings are and mix it in with his dog food if we have something delicious. But now I don't cook for him anymore. I think Frida was talking about the pronunciation of Ivor. Oh, like industry. Ivar. Industry. Ivar. My mom will give him leftover fish. Ooh, lucky dog, leftover fish. Thunder gets fish oil in his food every day too. He used to take glucosamine, but I haven't refilled it, so I just have to refill his glucosamine because he's old. I've got 2 golden pothos, mostly marbled. Oh, cool! That's exciting. I have many golden pothos, and I love all of them. I have one right here. Isn't it pretty? Love my golden pothos. They just don't give up, which is great. They will give up if you forget about them, but if you like only forget about them for a little bit, then they won't give up on you ever, which is lovely. I wonder how far we can get on this shawl today, you know? With emphasis on the I. Ivar. In English, Ivor. All right, I'm understanding how these stitch markers work now. Feeling good about it. You just move them over. I see why you would want something stiff though, Frida. And now I'm understanding why those stitch markers are shaped the way they are, the round ones. I never understood that. I was like, it seems like overkill. Because they're meant to go on the needle, not on just the yarn. Understand. Ezra is pretty Hasidic. Is it? I didn't know that. To me, it just sounds religious, like, because it's in the Bible. There's a lot of names that are like biblical names that are just beautiful, but I'm not sure how I feel. But then there's beautiful names that aren't in the Bible, or maybe they are. Like Arthur. Is the name Arthur in the Bible? Love that name. Hey, Alex. Oh, Alex. Hello. You, having a little, morning siesta? Goofball. Would you mind bringing me hot water?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I heard it boil. Sometimes she eats better than I do. My shawl is supposed to have some fringe. Do you have to do extra? Very good, Laura, but the English pronunciation is good too. I like Ivor. I like how that sounds. Ivor. I feel like I need to stitch mark which rows I do my increase on. Because it's like I look away and I don't know. Yeah, when we were cooking for Thunder, he was eating better than us. We were like starving students in university. No, just hot water, please. Okay, did I do an increase here? Man, I can't tell. How do you know when you did an increase? I guess that's an increase, right? Thank you. Can I trade you for this one? Appreciate that. Thank you. So Alex just brought me hot water. I have some dried nasturtium blossoms. I'm going to just put them in the water to see if it makes the water taste like anything. Because I want to make peppermint tea with nasturtium blossoms in it. I have a few more here. I want to make peppermint tea with nasturtium blossoms in it to hopefully make like slightly spicy peppermint tea, like a spiced peppermint, but I need to test if the nasturtiums are gonna make it actually spicy. I love that top. It looks so comfy. It is, and it's old. This has got to be like 15 years old. Maybe not 15. Yeah, actually maybe 15 years old. Because I'm almost 30, and this was my sister's at the beginning of high school. So, yeah, it's an old shirt, but I love it. I'm not sure if you've ever grown holy basil, different from regular basil, but it makes really good tea. So I have a bunch of basil, but I don't think I have holy basil this year. I think I just have Thai basil, lettuce leaf basil, cinnamon basil, creeping, nope, that's mint. Purple basil, sweet regular basil. That's, yeah, I don't think I have holy basil. I think my mom does though. Okay, so I just have to go back a few stitches, and by a few stitches I mean a whole row, to see if I did a yarn over at the beginning of this row. It's fine. I'm not freaking out, so don't worry about it. Everything's fine. I'll put that pattern in the Discord when I get home later. My shawl pattern has a ruffle. Fun to knit. Fun to knit. Those words don't make sense together. Fun, knit. I want it to make sense. Believe me, I do. Okay. Okay, 1, 2. Let's see, what do you think? Is this an increase row? Okay, Here we go. Okay, I thought my earphones were faulty, but you sounded so much louder when you were close to the mic just now. Maybe my volume is too low also. I don't know. Sorry. I can try and talk closer to the mic, but quietly if that's a good idea. Sorry, I don't mean to be loud or quiet. It's just... that's just the way it is. Things will never be... okay, this is just a knit row, so no yarn overs on this row, in case you guys were keeping up. Oh, gosh. Knit across, so I can do that. Anyway, now that I am sort of feeling mildly competent at this, I feel like I'll just work on this on the live streams, and that way if I have trouble, you guys are here. Closer, yes. Quieter, no. This is not an ASMR channel. In my pattern, it says measure the yarn into 5-inch strips. That seems short for a fringe. Yeah, that would only be a 2.5-inch fringe, right? Because you fold it over. How are the chickens? Chickens are great. Everybody's doing really well. I am trying to figure out when I'm going to put the little babies outside because they are like a pretty good size now. Like they're almost fully feathered, which is great. So they are probably going to go outside in a week, I think. That's the little babies. The only reason I'm not putting them outside just yet is because I don't know how they will fend for themselves with the others. Obviously, they will be separated for a period of time in a like a cage inside the chicken run so that they can get to know everybody without being in danger. But I just haven't decided when that's going to happen. Chickens are great though. Everybody's doing really okay. I do have to give Daisy a bath. I've now given Fern and Rosie a bath, but Daisy needs a bath. So that's just on the list. I might do that for the stream for the vlog on the weekend. By the way, did any of you guys watch the vlog this weekend? Or yesterday? This weekend. Did you watch Did you watch the vlog I put out yesterday? Yesterday's vlog for me, I had a really good time watching it. I even watched it the premiere with you guys live, and I like enjoyed myself. So I hope that you guys enjoy watching the vlogs because it's been a lot of fun filming them, and it's been a lot of fun editing them. I haven't had fun editing in a long time, but it's been a lot of fun. Like usually my tutorials, they're very fun to make, but they're not really fun to edit. It's just because I'm trying to make sure it's like clear instructions. Whereas with a vlog, you don't really have to make clear instructions. You just have to like have a fun video, you know? Look, it's turning into something. It has a thing in the middle and everything. Wow, I'm like an expert now. There's a great shawl pattern I think you would like. It's called The Hitchhiker. I'll link it in Discord later. Not home on my phone. Sounds good, Frida. Thank you. Lebo, I enjoy the vlogs. Good, I'm glad. Me too. And Alex too. He watches them, which is so cute. I'll hear him, like I'll hear my own voice and then I'll realize he's just watching the vlogs. Love that for us. But yeah, he's been watching them. I watch them for the premiere and I edit them, so I watched them like 16 times while editing. But I think I did a really good job on this last one. I felt really good about it. I didn't see any active mistakes. The only thing that I thought about when I was watching that vlog that I would work on is I put too much music in it. I think I need less music in it. Not much less, just like a little bit less when I'm talking. Like I had a lot of music in this one, and I think that there's a few spots where the music was overkill, but other than that I felt really good about it. So I think the only note I had for myself was the music. Quiet the music down or put a little bit less in, and I can do that, so I will. And whatnot. Okay, and then we're gonna stitch marker, no, then we're gonna yarn over, then stitch marker, then knit, then stitch marker, then yarn over, then knit. Good, I got it. Not watched the vlog, but I will do. I love your vlogs. Oh, thanks, Karen. Yeah, definitely watch it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it as well if you don't mind. And also, for those of you that are wanting to support the channel in some kind of way, if you leave a comment on that vlog, I would really appreciate it. Just any comment. If you leave a comment that says, hey, I stopped by from the stream, here's your comment, or or I'm commenting just for engagement, or whatever, anything. If you comment, it would be really helpful. So if you go to that vlog from yesterday and leave a comment, I would really appreciate it. Pretty please. Def will do. Thanks, Karen. So, she said again and again and again, I still have 2 trays of seedlings, but today is supposed to thunderstorm most of the day, so I'm going to try and get the seedlings planted when it's not actually raining. Silly algorithm is silly. Yes, the algorithm is silly, but for some reason, when people comment on your stuff, the algorithm is like, you are enjoyed. Please enjoy more subscribers. Ding, ding, ding. That's basically the algorithm. People have liked your video. People have commented on your video. Therefore, you are valid. I will show you to more strangers. So, I've been trying to pay attention to my tags and do better on my hashtags and stuff, but I think it's engagement is the main thing. Which is fine, I just have to say it more, which doesn't feel good. You know, like the video, comment on the video, like the video, comment on the video. It feels so buy my merch, literally. It just feels so, like, grabby and, like, gimme, gimme, gimme. But at the same time, like, that's how this stupid site operates. It doesn't care about your feelings. Technically, it's just an advertisement site, right? So, my nose is itchy. There's, like, Angora inside one of my nostrils. So, anyway, that's that for that. Please comment on videos. Hi.
Any chocolate left?
Yeah, there is Twix, I believe. You would think just watching and liking would do it, but yes, silly algorithm is silly. It is silly, right? Because I don't like to comment on everything. Like, I'll comment if I'm, like, feeling exceptional about something I've watched. I'm not interested in commenting if it's just something I was like, huh, that's neat. I'm not going to comment, huh, that's neat. You know what I mean? When you need a mask to knit, because your yarn is too floof, it's the perfect amount of floof. I'm gonna wear your bunny to my wedding without even having to hurt any animals. Isn't that nice? Hey Alex, you wanna go pick up CJ tonight?
Alright.
You wanna go pick up CJ tonight?
Sure.
I just was going through my email yesterday and I noticed his email. The floof. Ivor? I don't care for this. I like the last minute Laura with the roses I just noticed on this vlog. Aw, thanks! Yeah, I just did it for the first time on this vlog. I'm going through the settings of the new Premiere Pro. I was using an old version for a long time. And then for my birthday this year, Alex bought me like the whole suite of Adobe. So I have the updated versions and all of the like graphics and stuff. Damp cloth will help. A damp cloth on my face. What's this? What's happening here? Oh, that is what's happening here. My wrapped yarn got wrapped around backwards. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm using the graphics in Premiere Pro and I'm fiddling around while I edit with new things in Premiere Pro. So for the next few vlogs or forever, there might be new things each time just because I'm like learning new things as I go. Every time I edit a video, I learn something new, you know what I mean? So now that I've edited like, I don't know, 800 or 900 videos, the things that I learn that are new are less noticeable, but sometimes a little thing pops up, like that little logo, which was a cool transition title that was available. I just changed the flowers and the color. But still, I like it too. So thank you for noticing. Floof, yes. The floof will calm down when used. Yeah, for sure. It's been sitting as a skein for months. I understand. It is not going to, this will not happen on the wedding day. After it's blocked and set, I'm sure it will not floof out as much. But I think this will be a lovely little shawl for the evening on the wedding. Because we're going to have like a campfire in the evening, you know? So it'd be nice to have a little thing to just put over my shoulders. Floof is a technical knitting term. Yes, floof. I like that halo is a technical term with yarn. The halo around the yarn. Angora has a standard halo. I love that. That sounds so nice. My yarn has such a halo, but really halo means floof. It just means all the floofs. A technical knitting term. Okay, so knit, that, yarn over, knit. Cool. Thanks for teaching me, you guys. Without your help, I literally would not have been doing this at all today. And without your help, I probably would never have started knitting this way, because I never would have started knitting, again, properly. Also, when the yarn blooms. Yes, it blooms, the blooming yarn. Not to be mistaken with bloomin' yarn! That was a British accent. So my elderberry syrup has been in the fridge since I made it, but it's fermenting. Wild. Ooh, interesting. What are you gonna do with it? Elderberry kombucha? Elderberry vinegar? Elderberry alcohol? Let's see. Okay, give me 1 second to finish this row. Ugh, I'm burping that fish oil flavor. I still have like a quarter of a bottle left of my omega-3s, Frida, but ugh, I want to get that sea kelp version you talk about because this fishy flavor, disgusting. I take it to help my immune system kick my plantar wart's ass. Very good. Yep, that makes sense. I didn't end up picking my elderflowers. I just left them to see if they'll make berries because there's not enough to do anything with and I want to see them make 6 berries. Ta-da! It's really worth it, the fish burping. Yeah, I don't like that. It's like soda now, though. Interesting. Erg. Okay, let's see. Did it take on the color? Oh my gosh, wow, what a dark color it took on from my from my nasturtiums. It took on like a very dark color. Of course, now I can see bits of other stuff. Okay. Smells kind of mushroomy. Tastes radishy. Not really spicy, but it does have a radish flavor. Okay, so now let's add some of my mint. And then see if the mint covers up the radish or if it is still flavored like a radish. Oh gosh, sorry. I can't itch my face properly because I wore makeup so that you guys would think I'm pretty. I say that whenever I put on makeup. To Alex, I say like, I did it so that to make you love me. And then he goes, I love you. And I go, then it worked. And I think that's funny because Alex is always like, no, that's not what I... And I'm like, ha ha ha. There. One should always have herbs on their table near them. Oh god, that smells lovely. Still a little bit radishy. Said I have a tiny one that I can never get rid of. That's frustrating. I feel like I had... Nope, I didn't. I had an ingrown toenail once. I was gonna be like, I think I had something wrong with my foot once. No, I had an ingrown toenail. I went to a podiatrist and everything. Okay, now let's start a new row, Laura. We can do this. Is that a yarn over row? Yes, so this is just a knit across row. You're beautiful inside and outside. Thank you, Karen. You're a sweet lady. We love you without makeup. Thank you. But at the same time, it does feel nice once in a while to put on makeup. So right now I'm feeling motivated to put it on, so I'm going to put it on. But don't get me wrong, when the seasonal depression hits, the showers become less frequent. The makeup is non-existent because I don't want to have to wash my face, so I don't put on makeup. My radishes usually get away from me, so I let them bloom and then put the seed pods in my salads. Oh, that's cool, Sonia. Well, I'm actually not talking about actual radishes. I'm talking about nasturtiums. So nasturtiums are a summer flower. If you grow radishes, I'm sure you've heard of nasturtiums. And they are pretty little flowers. And when they are dehydrated, they maintain their color. So I was wondering, because when you eat them, they're spicy like a radish, and they sort of had a radish flavor. I was wondering if all of the use your words, Laura. I was wondering if the color and the spiciness could be transferred to a tea if I put the flowers into a tea. But unfortunately, it looks like the spiciness is gone and the radish flavor is what's left. So I wanted to add flowers into my mint tea because mint tea is like just green, which is fine, but I wanted to try and have other colors in there. But when you add other things like chamomile, then the tea tastes like chamomile. So I was thinking, ooh, maybe it could just be spicy. But unfortunately, it does taste like radishes. I'm going to try and brew up some, like, I'm going to grind it up a little bit, put it in a tea bag and try and see if that changes anything. Because I want my peppermint tea to have pretty vibes when I gift it to people. And when I have it in jars. Sid, really glad to know. Let's see. PSA. All warts are caused by different strains of HPV. Good to know. Usually takes about 2 years for your immune system to kick it. And the freeze-offs are to get the immune system to pay attention to the area faster. Oh, that's good to know. I've had it for way more than 2 years and the freezing never helps. Sometimes I just go at it with a file or something sharp and it comes back. Ow. But also, understandable. Anytime I have any blemish on myself, it's very hard not to just go at it with something. With my fingernail or a pair of tweezers, I'm not very good at like leaving something alone. It's not my strong point. The pods are milder than the original radish, but still have some zing. Interesting. Well, I have a couple of radishes that I didn't pull, and I decided I was just going to leave there for if people come over, so I can go like, want to pick a radish? There's one hiding there. Maybe I'll just let it go to flower. Def need to kill the source. Yeah. I need to kill the source of cucumber beetles or squash bugs, whatever they're called. Somebody told me online that they're called cucumber beetles, but they're not on my cucumber plant. They're only on my zucchini plants, so I need to squash them all. Today, before the rain, because we're supposed to get rain at some point, but I don't know exactly what time the thunderstorms are starting. Just cloudy for now. Let me see. Mostly cloudy. 4 p.m. we're going to get rain. So I think right after the stream, I'm going to go outside and do soapy water, spray soapy water on all my big plants. And that way the rain will wash it away and I won't have to worry about burning any of my plants. But hopefully it'll at least deter some of those bugs because they bite holes in your stuff. Also, our zucchini plants are ginormous now. Like, they shade out a lot of things. But the source is inside your body. You can't do more than help your immune system and keep it covered so you don't spread it. And use compound W to kill the surface cells. Lovely. Love that for us. Sid, I know I keep different files. Yes, different files for different purposes. Coconut oil with 20 drops of oregano oil. Oh. Oregano oil has a lot of uses, doesn't it? I've seen that in a lot of things, oregano oil. But not for eating. Like, it's useful for, like, killing stuff. Like, you can use it on, like, at your doorway to keep bugs from coming in. Compound W, it's like a wart cream that you put on. Or those Band-Aids that have the little black spot in the middle. That is probably compound W also. Freezing things are so expensive. Yeah. Can't you get it done at a doctor for free, though? You're not in the States, so. Like, I don't think I paid when I had to go to a podiatrist. By the way, I should probably go to a podiatrist again. My ankles are struggling. I have struggling ankles these days. We don't have those. That sucks. I've been wearing socks since 2019. So glad to finally be able to go barefoot again, but I still pay attention for new breakouts. Yeah, well, it's good that you can go barefoot again for sure, but also like a super bummer that you have to deal with that because I don't think that would be comfortable. Doesn't sound comfortable. I'm going to lay down. Fibromyalgia is bad. Love and hugs, y'all. Bye, Karen. Have a good rest of your day, and sorry about your fibromyalgia. I hope that something that you do helps manage it today. Pain for no reason sounds just terrible. Just, there's not even a reason. Like, you just are in pain, right? Like, it's like nerve pain. So it's not even because you're injured. It's just, there's just pain. That's so frustrating. That's gotta be, insanity inducing. Pain for no reason. Like, at least when you're in pain because you're hurt, you're in pain because you're hurt. When there's just pain, just chronic pain, that's a no fun. I would like my mints separate. Chocolate mint, regular mint, spearmint. I feel like I want to do that just so that I have jars that are labeled differently, Dawn. In my kitchen, my little witchcraft kitchen will be all labeled jars of different mint. I'll put the spurs in a jar next to the chicory root so people think that it's a food item. And Thunder's teeth. I have 2 of Thunder's teeth. He's lost teeth at different times. You should see his weird smile now. He needs 1 tooth removed. I'm pretty sure it's just the 1 now. And he's getting that done in the end of summer. After the wedding, we're gonna have his dental done. We want to be like not stressed, so we want to do it after the wedding. But anyway, we are going to have Thunder's dental done, and they're probably going to pull out 1 tooth. They might pull out 2 additional teeth on his bottom mouth, his bottom jaw, but his top jaw bone has a tooth that needs to come out, and it's just a center tooth. Have a great rest of your day and weekend, everyone. Oh, bye, Dina. Are you heading out too? Have a good rest of your day. Dawn, I have strawberry and pineapple mint too, which is super cool. I don't have pineapple or strawberry mint. Do they actually taste strawberry-y? Strawberry-ish? Because my chocolate mint smells chocolatey mint and it tastes like something sweet, but it's not like actually chocolate. It's just sort of gives you that whiff of chocolate, you know? Buy Birkenstocks. They will hold your foot, ankle, and arches supported. Worth the money. Got mine in the early 90s and you still have them. Huh. Okay. Well, it's been on my list because my sister has them and she said the same thing. I just haven't done it because I'm not someone who shops for myself very often for clothing and shoes. Frida? Each row, I love Ivor just a teeny bit less. Just a tiny, just like a hair. I love Ivor 1 hair less every time that I go through a row. Just want you to know about it. Ugh. I'm now just covered in rabbit fluff. Yarn over. Knit. Girl. Oh no, that was a yarn over row. Laura, pay attention, girl. Time for a break, Laura. You think so? Because I'm not able to pay attention? Or because I love the bunny less and less every time that he makes me rage? Okay, good, I didn't increase there, so I can just do this, and then I can knit. Is that a yarn over increase? Okay. Let me just finish my row. Leave yourself a note. Last row worked was a good idea. Let me just finish my row because it will help me to not freak out if I can at least finish on a row. Okay, now I'm gonna be okay. Easy way to remember, if you're not knitting a yarn over, you are doing one. If you're not knitting a yarn over, you're doing a yarn over. If you're not knitting a yarn over, well, I know if I'm not doing yarn over, but I don't know how to know if I'm knitting into a yarn over, because to me the loops on the hook on the needle still look the same. I want to recognize which ones are yarn overs, but I'm not quite there. Knitting through. I place a stitch marker on the increased side of my knitting. Oh, that's a smart idea, Rebecca. That's a good idea. Okay, I'll try that. Let me see if I can get to the end of this row and see if this is in fact an increase row. Okay, good, it is an increase row. You're gonna have to watch some Read Your Lace knitting videos, I think. I agree. I'm gonna have to just watch some videos for entertainment purposes and hope that some knowledge goes in, because I'm not gonna knit while I watch a video because I'll make a mistake and then I'll cry. Or maybe I won't. I haven't cried in a while. I don't think so anyway. I can't remember when I had like a good cry. That doesn't mean it hasn't happened. That just means I can't remember. Okay, hold on. I'm about to finish this row and I'll show you what it looks like. Because I could show you the difference, but I sure can't explain it as text. Yeah, I believe that. Because I can't understand it as text. Rereading your sentences barely even helps me when I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Although you guys did just teach me how to lace knit pretty quickly as far as me learning something. I'm not a quick craft learner, so for me to have learned lace knitting, there, look at that. That's gonna be so cute. Imagine my little wedding shawl. So cute. Sid, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Thank you. Crying is a good way to let out sadness and stress and overwhelmed, but I think that's also stress. Oh gosh. Okay. I was thinking that too, Sid. I could draw a little pic, but not in text, right? I feel like that with crochet sometimes. People are like, what do you mean yarn over, insert hook into the... And I'm like, oh, I don't know what I mean, you know? Awesome, keep going. I will, Dawn. You are, though. I've never seen a crocheter do so well picking up knitting. Thanks, Sid. You're a nice person. I appreciate you. By the way, friends, I'm gonna go now. It's Friday. It's basically 10 o'clock. I have to pee. And also, that's it. That's the only reason I have to go. I have to pee and I want to feed my chickens and hang out with my chickens. So, love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. Sorry I was a few minutes late and I'm leaving a few minutes early, but it's Friday, right? You can do that on Fridays. Don't forget to like the video before you leave, please. And if you haven't seen it, ooh, it's Midsummer's Night Eve. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Frida. Alex and I will have a fire out tonight then. If it's not thunderstorming. We'll see if it's going to thunderstorm. Have a wonderful day. And to you as well. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Enjoy your Friday. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. And if you're feeling extra sassy, leave a comment on yesterday's vlog. Something encouraging. Encouragement is always appreciated. So check the yesterday's vlog and leave a comment if you've got a minute. But I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. Be safe. If your area allows you to get vaccinated earlier, like mine did, then you could get vaccinated if you want. And then you could be fully protected from COVID-19. Yay, like me. Or not fully protected, 2 weeks or whatever. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon, all of you. And if you're not supporting me on Patreon, join my Patreon. Okay, love you, bye.